Three.
Hello, time for another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 2.
Cue the music.
Dogs.
And designer tags. Yes, honey. So,
all right, we're here. We're talking about our favorite topic, RuPaul Drag Race, Episode 2. Episode 1 just didn't really justify its own episode. It was kind of lackluster. I know they were trying to mix it up and they needed to, but I don't know. There was something about that formula that just didn't work. I was like, oh, another bad lip sync.
I mean, it's cute because we do get the best part of the show is the lip syncing, so it was nice to see that many of them, but I do like seeing them all come into the workroom at the same time.
Yeah, that's the best part. I mean, there's so many memes and so much material that lives on social media from those workroom entrances and the various entry-level cat fights that they get into. Yeah. Right away. And then I miss the old days when it was like that old regional club drama. It was like, you know, when Alyssa was fighting with Coco about like the Miss Gay World title or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Altercation that they had been.
But honestly, I think they did it this way because they were probably like, they do check them each for COVID, but they were probably like, let's not have too many people together.
Oh,
at the same time.
It was like, sometimes they were following the COVID rules and then sometimes they weren't. Like they'd have the partitions for the judging panel, but then the girls are crossing each other on the stage and it's
the partitions is unnecessary because I'm just like, you might as well just like, they already been checked. They already got, but then at the same time, it's just like, why make them like, I mean, I get it, but it's just like, it's kind of just like for optics, but it's just like, there's no need to do it because everyone there.
They really are in a quarantine, you know, the girls are sequestered.
Yeah, and they're quarantined too.
So, I mean,
but I think they were just like, let's just COVID. I know, but I think they were just like, let's just do it so no one tries to read us. And I think that is partially why they separated it. And that, like, why else are they doing them? I mean, it's cute, but it's just like, I feel like that's also COVID played a factor where they're just like, well, let's try to do it 7 at a time. Yeah. So that it's not all of them
I guess
once.
That's true. You're right. I didn't even think about that. And
I think that's what
it is. None of the Instagram like gays over COVID or anything like that have really been coming for them, you know. So everybody's just kind of like, RuPaul's on, whatever.
Yeah.
Girls can die for all I care.
True. But now it's time to get into the fashions, darling.
Yes. All right. Yeah, we're doing a little bit different. We're not really like talking about all the various dramas. We're just talking fashion only.
Well, I mean, this episode was all about
that's true.
The fashion, so we're doing fashion.
Okay.
And it's what we do.
What is her name? Gotmick, correct? Is that right?
Gotmick.
Okay.
Some of them are saying Gotmick. I've heard like Gotmeek. And I'm just like, I don't know which one it is, but I think it's I say Gotmick, and I think you said it like that.
Yeah, so
there's people have been saying it various ways, but I think I'm just gonna say Gotmick.
He has the most interesting background because, as many of you probably know, he is a female to male who does drag, which I think is just like the craziest thing ever. And then he's very
and not the craziest thing ever. It's just you don't see it as much, bitch.
Well, I guess so. Well, you know, I live in my suburban bubble, so.
No, it's not about living in the suburban bubble. It's for you from a different time, bitch. You were from the time where drag queens didn't tuck; they just put on a lipstick and a prayer. But there's progression, honey. Now it's drag, like because back when you were doing drags, you didn't that idea of inclusivity was not around.
Right. Yeah. So that was not. No. I mean, there's just a lot of things that go on with the kids these days.
But the thing is, it was around though. It was around. It's just. Like drag kings, drag queens, and trans men doing and trans women doing drag, like that's just always been around. It's just that it's not been shown on this platform before. Yeah. It's just been it's not. So she is kind of like the spokesperson for it now.
Well, what I really appreciate about Gotmick is she's really got that downtown LA party aesthetic. So I just think these two outfits. Oh, so they needed to do daytime drag and evening drag.
Yeah, so the one with the orange is daytime and the one with the blue is nighttime.
I just love this like day latex.
I'm into the day and it's latex. It's cute.
Yeah, the sun just really like took it over the part. And this kind of Elvira, Lady of the Night.
But you know what? I was watching Trixie's pit stop, and she had Latrice on, and she was saying because she Gotmick is kind of like, I guess her signature is going to be doing the whole white face. but she tried to show versatility this time and did a normal face. But Latrice was like, since she does that, it would have actually been kind of cool if she brought the sky up to the face and did a painted a sky. I was just like, oh, that actually would have been cute.
I think it worked. I mean, it's at least
it worked though, but I'm just saying that could have been cute.
I think femme she's looked thus far. I think, you know, that white face, it can be very kabuki and very almost off-putting, but this is kind of, I was more.
I mean, it showed versatility, but I mean, like if she did do clouds and brought that whole concept up though, that could have been interesting too.
Well, she's a makeup artist, so, you know, she has.
That's what I'm saying. She would have been able to do it.
A very legitimate makeup artist, so
yeah,
she really would have been able to do it.
But yeah, but I do like seeing her. I do like seeing her like, because this is the first time I'm seeing her without like the white face makeup. So.
And I love that part where she was saying about, since she's got the top surgery, that she's just like all about having like the nip out.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I love this kind of ode to the Alexander McQueen little Kim.
But I do find this one to be a little bit lackluster. It is nighttime, but it's a little boring. Like we've seen it before.
Yeah, but it's true. I mean, the titty out was really what did it for me. So it really sealed the deal, because if she was just
well, like another thing they said though on that pit stop, which was just like, had it been a cisgender male, would we have read it? And we're giving it 10s because it's a trans male.
Right.
So I'm just like, that's kind of true.
I mean, I didn't think about that. I didn't really know till I got there how I felt about it if it was a cisgender male. So, but
I mean, I guess they didn't know yet. The other people didn't know yet, but the other contestants didn't know yet. But
moment,
but the judges knew. So I'm just like, I feel like they're just like, well, because I'm just like, I feel like I could see, and that, like, I feel like I kind of would imagine Michelle saying something like, "Oh, we've seen that before," and blah 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 blah. But then like, it's almost like, leave it alone, because we don't want to go there with Gotmick. But I don't know. I mean, it's not bad though. It's definitely not bad. But I am saying, I do think that if it was just a cisgender male, they might have got read, because it is just like.
No, I knew you're definitely right. Definitely right. Okay, so Gotmick, A+. Okay, Kandy Muse. So Kandy is a gag. Like, I just think she's so funny.
She is a gag.
She is, like, as Jamal said best, she is around the way girl. It's like, I know this girl from New York, because she is Puerto Rican and hood. She lives in Brooklyn, where the train stops and you have to take a car the rest of the way. So this, I don't think, was Kandy's best aesthetically.
Both of them are atrocious. I mean, I like Kandy because she's a fucking gag, but first of all, the daytime, that is not daytime.
Yeah,
that is a lady. That is like, it's a gypsy of the night.
Yeah, I didn't.
Gypsies are at nighttime. They're not during the day.
Kandy definitely is one who lives in her own little world, and I think she thought it was like kind of like a daytime Renaissance Annie Lennox like video type thing, and I was like, oh no, sweetie, that's not what that is giving you.
And it's giving me gypsy mixed with like Marie Antoinette with the wig.
Yeah,
it's all over the place. No.
Kandy is. I feel bad saying this, but she's one note in a way where she's giving you that very thoughty hood, you know, Gen Z Instagram look.
I mean, I like when she came in with the workroom though. That was
exactly. That is her to a T, that outfit. There is no better outfit that expresses the Kandy Muse aesthetic.
But she could have incorporated that into a daytime and a nighttime.
I don't think she knows how, babe.
Because both of those are literally costumes.
I don't think
literally costumes.
How. I really don't. I don't think she knows.
Like,
and then
party store
this
costumes.
is giving you Party City down.
That's what I mean. That's literally, both of them are giving Party City.
And
and then I have to put that makeup on. How do you feel about that smudge lip? I guess it was part of the storyline, but it looks like, it doesn't look intentional really to me. Like, I feel like she looks messy.
It's just so messy. The whole thing's so messy. I didn't even notice that till you pointed it out.
Yeah, like it's all over the place. Yeah. And then I couldn't manage to get a screen grab of it, but
Ooh, you went dark. Oh,
there we go. I couldn't manage to get a screen grab of it, but like there's that hole in the back that Michelle pointed out. I'm like, why is that there?
I guess she explained it. There was supposed to be some sort of tail thing for it, but it didn't.
Well, it's for a tail. No, Michelle was like, is it for a tail? And then she was just like, oh, it's like for a panel. I'm like, okay, well, what's the panel and why isn't it there? Like, don't have excuses, just don't have it be there. Like, I don't know, like, there shouldn't be an excuse or a storyline behind it. It should just be fixed. You shouldn't walk the runway with a hole there. So that's unacceptable to me.
Yeah. I think she fit what she could fit in her suitcase from New York, and she was like, I'm throwing all caution to the wind.
No, she has her resources. At this point, she made resources because you have two drag race alum. She has resources.
All right. Let's see. Okay, and
And
then
even if you do buy it off the rack, don't leave that hole. Now, speaking of off the rack, we you gotta. I mean, I live for a good girl from Atlanta. However,
Lala Ri is just so funny and so hood.
she's
And
a gag, and
I'm
she's a gag. I
saying this,
like her
I'm
personality.
saying this in a loving way. She's so low budget. The barometer is so low for her that I'm just like she anything happens.
No, I like her and I like her personality, but I have to read the fashions. So it's what we're gonna do. So we have to read the fashions. Go back
I
to it.
I'm
Now,
gonna
what you're not going to
I'm,
do, huh?
I'm
What you're not going to do is walk a RuPaul runway in a dress from Dress Barn and think it's okay. Like it look like it. I say Dress Barn because normally Dress Barn has the most atrocious prints. That is a hideous
is
print,
Dress
Shane.
Barn still open, like as a business?
I think
Like
so.
okay. I mean, I got where you were going with the reference. I was like,
I think it is.
no
I'm
way.
not sure though, but I mean, I
But
would think
yeah, I
so.
mean,
It
this
looked, but
could be like,
I just know
yeah.
that when I first saw it, I thought Dress Barn because every time I think of Dress Barn, I don't even think about like the dresses. I just think of, oh my god, they have such hideous prints. That is a hideous. It might be the most hideous floral I've seen in a while. It's just not a cute floral. It's not a cute floral. Like I'm all for you doing a floral moment, and I get your mindset behind it. It's daytime, and obviously it lends itself to floral, but it's such a hideous floral. But if we even take the floral print away from that, I like the braids. It's cute. The braids is daytime. But if we even take just the floral print away from it, I get she wanted to storm the runway and slay the runway and serve movement, which she was doing her little sad twirls where she got her shoes caught in. But if you were going to do that, what you're not going to do is leave it unlined. Why are we seeing a white inside? That's unacceptable.
Oh, honey, this was, like you said, it was off the rack. There was no additional um care put into this. There was no lining. There was
And then you leave, and
no.
then if you're going to like, if it's not going to be, if just don't and do anything but have the lining be white. You could have picked a color from the dress and put like, if she picked like the yellow from the dress and lined it with that, I would have let her go. But you literally left it with white, looking like you made it yourself. It looks like she made it herself because the lining's white.
I mean, like I
Like
said, I
like
really
sis
love
went to the
Lala
fabric
Ri,
store and strung it together.
and I'm saying this lovingly, but I don't even think she has like variable aesthetics. Like, I don't think she's pulling from like a fantasy. Like, I mentioned the Annie Lennox video. Like, almost every drag queen has like a fantasy of being in an Annie Lennox video. If I mentioned, Walking on Broken Glass or Annie Lennox 1992 seminal video, I don't even think she would know what I was talking about. I think her worldview is very narrow.
Well, I think that's more of a generational thing because she is young. Well, how old is she actually?
She's probably a little younger than me.
But I don't. But
But
my point is, I don't think the younger girls would know though either.
well, I'm just saying
The
that
early 20 girls, I don't think they know
her
either
worldview is very
necessarily. But yeah,
those three clubs she mentioned and that she works at in Atlanta, she don't know anything outside that world. She does not know any
well,
sort
I
of
mean, I know fashion isn't gonna necessarily be her thing,
like
but
I
it's just
mean
like at this point though, you've watched enough Drag Race to know that a dress on the runway not lined is a problem though, at
if
the bare minimum.
elevated this and put it in a better fabric, it's almost kind of Alexander McQueen-ish, so if you take it in a different direction, I'm
How?
saying on its best day. So,
I'd
but
like to see how.
she didn't like that's the thing. She didn't really elevate it to look any designer or more expensive than it actually was. It was off the rack
Well,
dress.
she was a little bit literal, like literally, like it's daytime
Literal.
and we're going to brunch.
Yeah,
And that's
no,
exactly where
and
she looks like she's
that's what I'm
going.
saying about the reference point. There's nothing outside of her worldview that's probably has not been seen on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was like, "Oh, this
That's
is
yeah,
like
exactly.
what
She
they would
literally looks like she's gonna
wear.
go meet the girls at Real
This is
Housewives
what
of
they would
Atlanta
wear
for
in
a
their
scene.
backyard, in like Buckhead. That's her reference point.
Very
It's
true.
not, oh, this is like my London Alexander McQueen print, fantasy.
True.
That's
I
not
will
her
give you that.
world.
Now, that is very true. However, you still watched enough Drag Race to know that you can't bring anything unlined.
Like I said, I don't think any of that thought was put into this. Now, what about her 1995 Dita
Well, on again,
on the
I keep
sex book
referencing it because
impression?
I watched it, but on the pit stop, Trixie was just like, "That's a middle number outfit illusion, a middle outfit like a middle of a show. You know, you have your first show, your first performance, you slay in that one, and then you have your middle one is just the middle one, so you don't really need to serve. And then you have your you save your best dress for last, your best illusion for last. That's what this is. I'm just like, that is so true. It's just like a random thing you put in the middle.
Now, what was the name of that super ghetto club that she works at in Atlanta?
I don't remember any of those names, but the ones Rue said that he used to go to. Yeah, I forget the name, but yeah.
That's what this outfit is for. It is like
it's just pedestrian.
After hours meeting a John.
It's middle performance. Just as Trixie said, it's just like, put it in the middle. We need something for the middle. I don't know what to wear. I'm just gonna put this. It's just basic and it's pedestrian. It's just there.
This outfit reference was from a time before people hooked online. This is when people hooked on the street.
Yeah, it's just there. It's just like just like, let me put this on and grab some dollars.
So that's basically what Lala. I love Lala Ri. Do not get me wrong. Do not come for me.
I like her too.
So, but these are her.
But that's the outfit you
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Dollars in at the club.
Hooker on the street.
Yeah, but that's like, this is my engaging with the audience outfit. Time to grab money. I'm not focusing on the performance too much now. It's time to just grab money. This is just for now. This isn't about the outfit right now or the performance. That's what it's giving. It's just giving me just like, I'm just here. So it's basic, basically.
All right, Lala. We hope you get it together. Okay.
Yes, it's a
Olivia Lux. I love her. I just find her so charming. I'm living for this outfit on the right. It was just like, it wasn't too much. It wasn't too little. She had the little jacket.
But that's the nighttime.
And she's giving me this very Lady Cure deluxe.
Oh no, that one's the daytime. The left is, you mean the left. Yeah, the left is the daytime.
What do you think about the nighttime?
I like it. It's nighttime for sure.
Okay. It's not
at least it meets the breeze.
To me, I don't really hate it, but I don't really love it.
It's not. I definitely like the daytime more. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just giving you very, like you said, like Hell's Kitchen tipping number. You know, it's like.
Well, no, that one's more than a tipping number though. Still.
Oh yeah, the left one is amazing. I'm saying the right one.
The right one to me is still more than a tipping number. You don't agree?
I don't know. It's okay. It's been done before.
But, I mean, that's true. But she does look gorgeous. That mug is sitting, honey.
Yeah, so she can really charm. She's just very charming.
She's charming.
I appreciate that about Olivia Lux.
She's very charming.
Symone, I just live and die for. I am so obsessed with Symone. I am so into this Robin S. Show Me Love 1992.
Oh, it is Show Me Love.
Club look on the left. She
has good references. She's the opposite end of Lala Ri.
Yeah. This is a Black girl who has some references. Now, what is this little cape moment, though? Because I did not understand it. That sad little half cape she gave you.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. I kind of wish it was on both arms, though. It's only on the one arm. Then I would have liked it more.
It was, and I wouldn't even call it a cape. It was more like a bat wing. Moment. But once again, like, did she have it on the other side?
No, it was just the one. That's what made it kind of weird. Like, I like the idea of the cape, but
maybe something happened and like it got cut or something.
No, I think it was intentional, but
it just didn't make sense.
But I still don't. I still don't mind it. I still kind of like it though. But it would have been better if it was both arms to me.
Here that I forgave everything that happened with this little half moment. I didn't
like. I mean, because even looking at it there, right? Like, it is on just one arm, yeah, but it's still not that bad. Like, I feel like it would have been more visually appealing if it was both arms, but I like it how it is now too. But I feel like if it was on both arms, it would have been like, wow. But right now it's just kind of like, oh, that's cute. It's giving me novelty right now. But if it was both arms, it would have been like, it would have been a stunt. Huh?
Giving me novelty right now. Okay, I'm living for this wig. This outfit would have been so busted if it wasn't.
But here was my thing with this outfit, though. I like the wig, but I almost feel like the outfit's daytime.
I just didn't get what she was going for. Was like a Galliano thing? Was a McQueen thing? Like, I didn't get where the reference point was.
I know that. I think was it Matrix? I think someone said it was Matrix.
Oh, is that what it was? Because Lala Ri, has.
Yeah, I think they said that on the episode. She was Matrix. Yeah.
Symone has a reference point where she started them and she's building.
Yeah, she has a reference point
from it, and so I just didn't get the reference point.
I guess it was Matrix, but even knowing that, I still feel like I don't know, something. I think it's the fabric and the color tones still to me lends itself more to daytime. I don't
it
know.
just didn't, it
But I do like
wasn't
it, but
cohesive. It just didn't work. The only thing that really saved it were that wig and that body. That body cannot be denied. Because
yeah.
if this was on a different girl, we'd be reading her to filth.
Because I would just like it to be like I wanted to hit you in the face, like nighttime, daytime. I wanted
Yeah,
to hit you in the
it,
face
it
with those cues.
definitely did not do that at
Yeah.
all. No way. But I did live for, it was very late 90s, this kind of parachute bottom and then the cutout here and then the little
Yeah.
kind of faux Fendi baguette moment. So I was
I
living
know.
for it.
But yeah, no, she serves and she does her makeup brilliantly.
Oh yeah. So okay,
This bitch.
Tina Burner's growing on me.
I like her personality, but her fashion is atrocious.
So Tina is a one note girl. Tina has no other reference besides the background dancer in the boy band that she used to be in. So,
Very
because
true.
even when she was trying to give you this Carrie Bradshaw moment here, it was like Carrie.
Yeah.
I
That's
was like,
exactly what she said. She said she was trying to channel Carrie Bradshaw, but I'm like,
"Oh, honey,
no, honey.
you are not a little dainty thing, so you cannot."
That too.
You cannot. Kristen Johnson, maybe, who was also in Sex in the City for that one episode where she fell out the skyscraper and died. Yes, that you could have done, but
Yeah,
not.
she lost her neck. That thing was
No.
swallowing her. Too much shoulder. She's looking
Yeah.
like a
This
quarterback in
this
tutu.
has to
No.
be on like this type of look where the big skirt, the big shoulders. It has to be on a tiny girl like Coco Montrese. You
Yeah.
cannot have big, gigantic 6'2" man shoulders and then
Right.
accent them.
Right.
And then, believe it or not, I'm kind of living
Are
for
you
her
serious?
latex look.
That's another. That's even. I almost think this one's more pedestrian than the other one. This
You know, I
now
think,
that is truly a tipping number outfit.
well, I guess I get the references, the New York,
What is the
the
reference?
references are very 90s New York. So, because that look is very like Pat filled, very Ricky.
Hatfields did that to someone. I don't remember her doing that to someone.
Yeah, early Patfield, not Sex and the City Patfield, 90s Patfield. Like when Amanda Lepore was working at the salon. That's what
Oh.
period I'm talking about. So
Oh,
this
okay.
is very like Ricky's NYC on 6th Avenue, where you get the hair coloring, you get the outfit from Pat or some other like underground like leather store on 8th Street. And then you
I
go
think
to
you're
the limelight.
responding well to it because it's probably the kind of drag you gave. No shit.
No, this is definitely not the kind of drag I gave at all. But I get the reference. I'll say this: I worked with girls who look like this, like at the so that's why I get it.
Yeah, but that
This is
doesn't make
very
it any
Saturday
less.
night Kenny Sheriff room.
But is your RuPaul Drag Race runway appropriate?
You know, Tina gonna be Tina. So like I've already trained myself not to expect more from her than this. She's got this one color palette. She's gonna do very loud Long Island, New York. And
But she better get out of that because the judges are going to read her. We need to see versatility.
all right, we'll see. She's a good performer. So
Yeah, no, she's funny though.
I'm curious where this goes. Oh dear. Oh dear. So
Wait, you think, oh dear, they're not wrong as far as meeting the briefs.
I sent you that Instagram where somebody was like, Elliot was robbed for this week. And
Oh yeah, someone said that.
This is
I wouldn't go that far. She wasn't robbed, but
basic. This is so basic to me.
I think it's okay. I think it's enough to get by. I think she met the brief. People are obsessed with the nighttime one. I'm just like, it's good, but it's not that good.
I don't know. This is just so off the rack to me. And then the synthetic wig with the beret. Now, you want to talk about a look I did to death was that because, you'd have the bad $40 wig.
Right.
The bad shake and go wig. So, the parts are so severe and so false on those, because you don't have a lace front. But you just put like a little chapeau on to cover up the line. Then you just got the straight hair. Like, yeah. That was my shake and go. Like, I've got 40 minutes to get in the cab look right there.
That's true.
So
but I think what's throwing me off for the daytime one is the length is too long. So maybe if it was a pencil skirt with that, then I'd be into it more.
And she just, she's a small person. It's like she looks so wide. It's like that pencil skirt needed to be smashed.
Yeah.
in.
The both
And
of them
then,
are almost giving both nighttime because of the length. So if it was a pencil skirt, I'd be into it more, I think.
yeah.
And it'd be more on the brief.
And then this
But
look on the right is so played out Las Vegas. I mean, Derek Barry or any of those other Las Vegas hoes could be seen in this
I
ensemble,
can't with that synthetic wig though. That's my problem. It's that synthetic red wig for me.
right? Yeah, she, you know, maybe why I'm hating on her so much is because she's doing all the um, like when
Stuff
I'd be
you did.
lazy, I would do all these
Oh,
tricks. So that's why it's like, bitch, I know what you're doing. You're working the hats because you got the cheap wigs, you know.
right.
So it's like you did the costume rental, so nobody made this for you. You got to return it in 48 hours after you're done. It's like, girl, I know all these tricks. So,
Right. That's so true.
and
That's the
I
tea.
just think Elliot with two T's. I think he's very basic gay boy. I think he's more like a fan of drag more than somebody who's like going to be a great drag queen. You know,
I could see
so
that. That makes
I
sense.
don't really see. You
She
know,
can perform though.
you did a kick and a split. You know, I could even do that pushing 40 years old. You know, and then, like Jamal was so
Well, I'll
gagged
hold
by
you to
her,
that the
and I
next
was
time I see
like,
you.
you don't really have like stage presence. All you're really giving me is like a wannabe Alyssa Edwards.
You're a mess.
Um,
I mean,
my
I see
my
where you're
new jam
coming
of the
from, but
season.
I know I'm just like you're gonna get dragged by her next too. But I mean, but yeah, but I didn't hate either outfit though. Yeah, it's certainly better than what's her name? Than
Tina Burner.
huh?
Tina Burner.
Tina Burner and
Lala
Kandy.
Ri. Oh yeah.
Certainly better than Kandy.
Okay, so then they move. Oh, they moved. Oh, can you still see the screen?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, something happened. Hold on.
So then they moved to the performance though.
Yeah.
And they had to do a song and they each had lyrics.
Okay, can you see the screen again?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
So let's just kind of unpack what everyone was serving for the performance and what they gave and how
Okay.
they did.
So I don't really quite know what happened. Maybe it was COVID, but this like wasn't very cohesive, like rehearsal or music or costumes. Like, you know, think about Reed Rocha. That was such a moment
True.
that your head exploded. I mean, you could still watch that today and be just as enthralled by it.
True.
This was not that number.
You're right. Actually, the production was very basic.
Very basic.
They didn't even like. No one went to the back and came back out. Like there was none of that.
Yeah, this is all their own stuff. Obviously, this was not, you know, costumes provided for a number or any type of, there was just no cohesion. So, but my favorite thing is this Kandy Muse as the Pussycat Dolls, Christina Aguilera moment. You know, when Christina used to go to LA and do the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
Pretend to be.
Can we talk about Kandy's tuck and her shape? That's a cute shape there. That was a good tuck. You don't think?
Meaty, very meaty.
You thought it was meaty? I thought it was a good one. I thought she was serving body.
Kandy Muse does not have a lot of body shape, so
I thought that gave her body shape. You didn't think?
She did the best she could. She did the best.
Because I like that I mean, I normally don't like when it's like such a high cut panty, but I think it actually like gave her a body shape.
Yeah. She did the best she could. Because she's not stick thin, she's not curvy, you know, she's not like a Nina West.
Well, no, she's built kind of, you know, she's built exactly like the SpongeBob house. Do you know the SpongeBob, that rock that he lived under? It was ovaled like that. That's how she's built. But
well, I'm glad you said it and not me.
I'm being honest. I like the bitch, but we're not gonna ignore the fact that she's shapeless and round. But I think in that outfit, she didn't look as round.
Her body is just giving me grimace, honey. Just like that purple McDonald's thing. That's just
that too.
U-shaped grimace.
That too. But I do like that she embraces it, and she does. I do think that sometimes she manages to like she'll give herself a body shape because I do like what that panty's serving. Huh?
You know, she is the poster girl for body confidence, and I applaud her for it. I wish I had that much confidence. So the one who's just giving me body house down boots is Symone in this little, once again, kind of Christina Aguilera early on.
That's a woman right there, honey.
Moment. I mean, she
just a tiny little waif of a woman.
Just giving you length, just arms,
legs for days,
neck. just
she's coming for Naomi with those legs.
Oh, that would be a good lip sync battle. Like if there were like if they ended up on All
Oh
Star
yeah,
like again or for some reason, so or
that
like
would be
work the world tour, those bitches would claw each other's eyes out, and
they
I would
would
pay $1,000 for a ticket to see
for
it.
sure, for sure.
Okay, and then there's Tina Burner and Tina Burner's look.
Looking like again like something from McDonald's.
Mhm.
Speaking of McDonald's, that's her colors.
Yeah,
McDonald's slash fire hydrant,
this is
fire
very much when it moved from the tunnel
slash fireman.
Kenny Sheriff room on Saturday Night and went into the Pop Rocks era. This moment here for Tina Burner.
And then what about
Gotmick,
Lala?
yeah, she
Oh
Lala Ri. You know, this is probably
yeah,
one of my more
Gotmick was serving.
yeah,
And
Gotmick.
then
She really gives you a lot of body, so I love
yeah.
that. You know, this is probably the best Lala Ri has looked so far. She's still wearing this sad pleather boot here. So,
Oh well,
but
even in the outfit that she wore on the runway, she told us it was pleather because she can't afford leather, and I was like, girl, it's
yeah,
just
she funny though. She made it work for her. So, but you know, I think this is the prettiest Lala's looked. Is the most body shape she's giving us. Is this sort of Renaissance fair sleeve and sequin combination my favorite? But you
yeah,
know,
I like her makeup there. It looks like it's like because I noticed with her, it doesn't seem like she does contour or adds dimension to her face. Like it
no,
looks
no,
like just eyes.
she's giving you a very 2007 pre RuPaul Drag Race makeup aesthetic.
Yeah, like that's what you used to give. You didn't know what the fuck a contour was yet.
I didn't need it. I had this gorgeous bone structure. Okay, and then here's Olivia Lux looking very different. This is very like Elizabeth Berkley Showgirls. This is
I
not.
like that about her. She'll kind of switch things up.
Yeah, so she's definitely a
I
chameleon.
see myself most in her because I think if I were on Drag Race, I'd be wanting to switch things up the same way she does. I'd want to like keep surprising you.
Mhm. And then here's Elliot with two T's with this sad reject from Alyssa Edwards' closet from 2004.
Well, actually, no, I'd be more like
She competed
what's her
in the
name? But
Miss
yeah,
Gay Texas pageant.
yeah, that's just you're right though, actually, because if you're right, because when you think about Read You Wrote You, the outfits were cohesive. This is kind of like all over the place, so they
Yeah,
must have did it
they were
themselves.
not on the same page. I think that they were like very shook from the first episode, so I think they were like clawing for superiority. So you know, one
Well,
person,
no, I think it's just like a behind the scenes. I feel like it's almost like the production was just like just wear your own stuff.
right? I don't even know. I really don't. Okay, so then we moved to the
I don't know.
runway looks, which was Lemay, and I'm just gonna say this straight off the bat. I did not like any of these looks. I really wasn't feeling anybody. There's
Really,
so nobody did like great 70s Lemay moments. Like that's what you needed to do was a great Donna Summer, you know, Bianca Jagger on the horse, you know, cocaine moment at the Studio 54. And then it was like, I don't even know what this was or LeMay. So here's got Mick and her best like Kylie's 4th of July impression. Remember when Kylie's did that album?
oh yeah.
What did you think of this?
I think she looks now, honey, expensive. Now that she didn't go down to no fucking Party City or nothing for that. That was made, honey.
Definitely.
That looks expensive.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the best one, honestly.
It was all right.
If I had to pick, really? No, that shit looks like it looks like something from like a fucking J-Lo concert or something.
Mm,
You don't think?
I want to go that far.
I think it's concert ready. Concert ready. Don't pay attention to the cape part because I feel like the cape almost kind of cheapens it. But the detail work on the garment itself is
But what do you
really
think about
looks.
these bell bottoms? I didn't get why it wasn't a bodysuit.
I don't know, but these pictures also don't really do it justice though, because the gold looks really rich and the detail work that's in between the little parts is really luxe.
I might have to re-review it and give it another chance, but I was kind of just so.
I
Okay,
thought it was the
and
most
then
expensive looking.
yeah.
And then we have this. Now talk about getting a robe. It almost looks like you got a robe from like a Goodwill and then hot glued fur to the ends and the top.
This is
It looks good on her, but
this is a classic problem of you not realizing your brand, and then you are not sexy. You are not going to be the sexy girl. ever.
Shane! No, that's not fair because there's no reason that the big girl can't try to channel sexy. She just has to do it appropriately.
Did you find that sexy? Did you want to have
Well,
sex
no,
with
because I found
anybody?
it cheap looking. But I think if she were to do it, I don't mind you opening up for a reveal and doing that. But what you
Well,
need to do is
like
open up for a
her
reveal and have a.
essence look when she gave denim, I wouldn't not describe that as sexy. I think it was a
Yeah,
sexy
that was
look, but
sexy.
it worked for her. This is
Well, this looks like she's wearing a diaper. But what I would have did was put her in a corset. If she wanted to reveal to something, she could have did a corset underneath, and it would still have that
yeah.
boudoir
This
feel, but
this is
it wouldn't
only
look like a diaper.
something that like a Gigi Good can pull off.
Yeah.
This is not the tea, honey, for you. This is not the look. So she
I mean, I didn't hate it though,
it
but
was a miracle she made that body shape in the opening number. And this is where you see body shape, trying to make body shape when you don't have none, and it goes terribly, terribly wrong.
well, yeah, but I think if she revealed to a corset, it would have been cute.
She needed to scrap this and start over. What she needed to do.
But what I will say is the makeup is beat. Like that's the best makeup I've seen on her so far because because I feel like she normally lacks structure when she does her makeup, so she kind of just looks like an oval, if you will. But this is the first time I've seen. Yeah, but I was just like, I'm really seeing the definition in this, so I'm just like, okay, cute.
I'm gonna use that grimace read more. Okay,
She is a gag though. She looks pretty there.
Oh, Lala.
You know what? But you know what's funny though? I didn't mind this because it met the brief though.
You know, it's the most disco, it's the most Lemay. I'll give her that. But what about these sad leggings left over from the American Apparel fire sale?
I was gonna say that too.
And honey,
I was gonna say, but we got to give a girl. She worked on her, but she worked with what she had in her budget, so we're gonna give her tens for that. So she did what she could.
I'll give
so
her
for that. I think it works.
And then that sad shoe she found at the Nordstrom rack on the bad side of town. Oh.
Not the bad side of town. My only critique is though that I'm like a kind of annoyed by, or I feel like a missed opportunity is the hair. The hair is blending into all that ruffle work, so she's lost. She could have did a high pony or something, and then it would have been really sleek.
Yeah, or even if she, like you were saying, if she on the Kamala video, she had done that like a big Afro puff or like just something.
Yeah.
Separation here and then big.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Something was really wrong, and you definitely put your finger on that because I couldn't quite put my finger on it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Olivia Lux, they were really gagged by this. How do you feel?
They thought I think it does. I think it looks good, but I think it does age her.
Yeah, it was pretty. I didn't really have a huge problem with it, but it just, she's
like she could almost give me like 50s almost.
Right. I really love the makeup. I really love the hair, but
it's not older.
She's thinner than this. It should have been
and then it made her look wide, kind of.
I don't know. Why it was so wide, and so and then this big earring. And
I was gonna say I have a problem with the earring touching that detail work on the side. She needed just like a small little big earring, but like not dropped.
Even like if she wore like just a remember when Nicole Kidman wore those gorgeous like falling chandelier earrings to the Met?
Well, no, but I think but the falling chandelier earrings would have still touched the side. I think it needs to be just kind of like a big stud.
If she did the big flower and then just like cascading crystals here, and then the
just one ear.
Yeah, just one ear.
Maybe.
Yeah. But you know what? Actually, I just figured it out. If she did do the big flower, smaller earring, Veronica Lake on one side.
So
one shoulder. That would have been better.
That would have been better. Yeah, that would have been cute.
Mm-hmm. But not hating on it. It was a B+. But
yeah, no, it's definitely not in the bottom.
I don't think this was Lemay at all, to be honest.
But, no, I think it was. I think the camera just didn't clock it enough. I think it probably was. She doesn't seem like the type of girl that wouldn't follow a brief.
Yeah, Symone can do no wrong with me. I live for this like Balenciaga-esque boot that she's giving us in the long boxer braid.
Yeah, I like the braids.
It's so it's like if LL Cool J like had some like, he did that great Mama Said Knock You Out video, but like if LL Cool J was like a woman, this is what that would be. So I really loved
it was a nice take on it. I'm glad that she didn't do what everyone else was doing.
Yeah, she's so beautiful. She's just
almost kind of, it's really small and it's just like minimal and it's not really necessary, but I kind of wonder what it would have looked like with titties. because I'm clocking the flat chest, and not huge ones either, but I just kind of wonder what it would have served with a breastplate or even stuffing.
Like you said, the camera may have not just picked it up. She may have just had like a cutlet in, just like something really small.
Yeah, but it's really minor because I am seeing kind of like a lot of I am seeing like a lot of boy body still.
Unlike Kandy Muse, you know, she has that long body shape that speaks to that, you know, sort of Sphinx-like silhouette, where, you know, Kandy has the body of Grimace, and you need to realize that.
But yeah, no, but this was brilliant. Is a nice take on it.
What did you think of this? Because they were really gagged by this, and I was like,
I don't hate it, and I was gagged by the heart. When she opened it up, she had that red heart. That was a cute idea. If she did not have that, I literally would have fallen flat on its face. You know, the more, I haven't really like been, you know, I don't wake up in the middle of the night thinking about Tina Burner, but now that I'm looking at her photos like very intensely, all of her references are from the tunnel. All her references are from the tunnel, the limelight, 1997. The whole thing is very late 90s. So I can see that.
Yeah, this is very like limelight, Michael Alec, you know, all running around the limelight in a
now that is what I'm wondering, is that Lemay?
I don't think so.
That's where I'm
probably Lemay, but this is almost reading like leather to me.
That's
like,
what I thought. Is reading leather to me too, but I mean, she also doesn't seem.
I'm surprised a lot of them didn't get read more for not, you know.
Well, I mean, I think it probably is, because if it wasn't, they would have read them. Because I mean, she also does seem like the kind of girl that would be too scared to not follow the brief. So she probably did make it a point to make sure that it was Lemay. But it just doesn't made like it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is giving me bad prom dress. 80s.
This is what I'm saying by like fan of drag. Oh my God, you know what I just figured out? This is the same synthetic wig that she had pulled back.
With no, it's not. It is. No, it's not. That one was red. Wait, where?
It was red.
You're talking about with the hat?
Yep.
No, that one was red.
Yep, look at.
No, that one's longer though. This one's a bright red. That one's burgundy.
I think the way the camera picked it up. I really do.
You think so?
Same way.
I don't know. I think that was
because
longer.
Once again, actually, no money trying to make that $40 wig work for a few events. I would snatch it in a ponytail or a bun or something, and then I'd be, you know, wear it down the next day. So I'm all onto this girl. I know all her. I know everything she's up to, trying to fool us.
I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt that it's a different one, because the color does seem a little bit more brown undertone.
Girl, that sheen on that thing.
The sheen is unacceptable.
No lace front, honey.
I know.
This is.
I almost see a severe like glue part.
Yeah.
Not an actual part. It's like glue. You know, the glue kind of parts. It looks like it's probably that.
Honey, this is giving you either the Raquel Welch or the Beverly Johnson collection that she bought.
Oh yeah, that's what she looks like she's modeling for. She looks like she's modeling for Betsy Johnson.
From the Asian woman that sells the wigs out of her townhouse in Las Vegas, where she has to open the garage for you and you can only pay in cash.
Very true. Very that.
This is that moment. This is that moment. And that dress, I don't even know what to say. I mean,
it meets the brief though. That's the thing, but
it's the ugliest construction. I wouldn't even call it a dress. It's the ugliest construction of fabric I have ever seen in my 39 years of life. And I stand by that statement. I said what I said.
I don't think it's that bad, but
what's like the worst drag race look in Drag Race history? The one that like everybody's like, that was the ugliest dress ever. I can't even think of something.
I can't think of it right now. There's been so many damn seasons.
This has set a new bar for look.
That is a gag.
This dress is worse than that Coco Montrese ventriloquist number that she gave you.
That was a gag.
That was as gag. Tatiana said best, choices. And that
is hilarious.
So she'll be gone by next week. There's no way she's gonna
we'll see.
I don't think she has the strength. That's what I'm saying. Like, even to begin drag, you have already had to been through some shit, you know, to have enough of a thick skin to do.
Bitch, what the fuck have you been through when you were doing drag?
Hello.
Girl, please. Just a regular middle class, no, I almost said Menlo Park. Middle class. Where were you from again? Modesto queen.
She has been through many things. We'll talk about it on the show one time. We'll have a very Oprah Gale heart to heart.
Speaking of a little side note, but did you see in Menlo Park, they found she owns like a candy shop?
Yeah. So
and she was at the Trump rally.
Yeah, well,
that Trump riot, rather.
Brief synopsis, because we can go on about this for forever. But I actually have a story from yesterday about this, so I can't believe I didn't text you or tell you about this. But yeah, what the owner of it is called the Sugar Shack. It is on Santa Cruz Avenue in Menlo Park, and so she was found at the Trump rally at the Capitol rioting. So as I put it on my Facebook, I put the, meme of her at the rally, and I got a lot of flack for it. But my thing is, if
you got flack, why?
I got a lot of flack.
What did they say?
About tearing down a small business.
Fuck that.
We need to come together. We need
to tear her down.
Said. Here's the thing. If I am very much entitled, I very much believe you are entitled to believe whatever you want to believe. But you have booked a flight, booked a hotel to fly across the country to participate in foolishness. Then come back across the country with whatever.
And expect to still have people support your job. No way.
Right. And like I said, you are entitled to believe whatever you want, do whatever you want with life. I am not going to support that business, nor do I want anyone around me supporting that business, because you are feeding money and all that idiocy.
Well, who was it that were the people who were giving you flack friends of yours? Because at that point they shouldn't be friends, because they're identifying themselves as racists.
Like you said, I'm from Modesto. It's a very conservative, area of the state. Many of the people I know from high school and, around that time, are Republican. We've had various conversations.
Oh, so they're not your friends. I thought they were friends from your past.
Yeah, well, I'm not a hateful person. So, if you're...
They need to be blocked because they're exposing their racism, though.
Yeah. So I think, well, like I said, we'll go on it forever, but let's just kind of keep it to Sugar Shack. So, but I was at you remember Draggers, that little grocery store that I took you to?
Yeah.
When I had to have my own Karen moment about the guy cutting in front of me on the line. And
yes.
So I was at Draggers yesterday, and so their entrance is actually on a parking lot. It's not on the main facing street. And so people, had the signs up, we love you, we support you. But they weren't necessarily protesters there, but there were people getting into arguments.
Oh, protesting the store.
Protesting the shop. It was completely closed. But I am not one type of person to insert myself in a situation like that, but people were going at it.
Good.
I don't know what they were going at it about, but they were going at it. And but like I said, you have visited my apartment, you have spent the night here, and that is literally in the same walking distance where I took you to eat. And I am very uncomfortable with a business owner being so close to my residence.
Right.
Has that ideology, because that type of ideology has no place in the liberal Bay Area community enclave.
Right. For sure.
And it was just, I think, and that's why people are so shocked as well. People are very, very, very shocked. So we might actually need to do a full little special on this so people can see the imagery.
Yeah.
All the brouhaha that came.
That's true. That's a good idea. Yeah.
And I think, I think we need to talk about that Soho Karen too, and Gail's interview, because that was.
Oh yeah, that was a gag. She really tried it. Enough, bitch. Enough. But anyway, we'll get back to Drag Race.
You have some tenacity, girl.
I know, but we'll get back to Drag Race. We'll do an episode on this. So sorry, guys. We have to bring politics. It's a political time right now. We have to get into it really quick. But yeah, so ending with...
Let's get back to Drag Race. So,
yes.
See, and now I can see more of Olivia's dress here, and it's much more beautiful with the slit. She needs to show more of that on the runway. But, we kind of got into it last night via text message, because you were really team Olivia, and I was really team Symone.
Yeah, I thought Olivia slayed her on the lip sync, to be honest with you.
I did not think so at all. I thought it was very lackluster. I love Symone is one, how I'm always bitching and complaining about, the performance.
Emotion? No, I saw the emotion too. When the way she was giving it, taking off the gloves, she was emoting through it. But I think if you have the ability to make Ru laugh, I think that says a lot. So I'm surprised we didn't pick her. But I thought when she did the falling part and she fell over, I thought that was hilarious. And I think it's those little things that really set you apart. And when your ability to take the song rather than just feeling it that way and you add humor into it and you're able to do humor into it, I feel like that deserves more points. So when she added those funny parts, I thought that made it hilarious and that I gave her more points for that. That's why I felt
I
like she
thought it
should
was
have won.
just kind of stunty, you know. I thought she was better than that. You know, she's so beautiful and she's so charismatic that I don't think she really needed to rely on stunts. Like I would expect that from Tina Burner, but not from Olivia.
I mean, but I wouldn't call it stunty though. It's like it's your own approach to the song.
Right. But I guess that's why I'm gravitating towards Symone so much. It's just like she's an enchantress. She just really takes you on that journey with you and really pulls you in. And so, and I also really love her nuance because I think that's a lot of thing that's missing because there's so much stunt, you know, the butterfly, the petals with the wig, you know, there's so much of that, these big loud moments. And you are able to capture somebody with nuance and those small gestures, oh honey, that's a real talent. Now that's
True.
something to write home about. So and I think that's why I love Symone so much. She just gets so in the song and so in the
But she was, I will say that she was in the song. And I feel like, I guess by a hair, if you do it like that, but I really did I was captivated by Symone's though. That's why I was kind of like, I
oh
wanted
yeah.
her to win.
Yeah, and who would ever think two little boxer braids would just be so
I also think another reason Ru took off points though is because shit kept breaking. All the earrings kept falling off of
Oh,
Symone.
I didn't even get into for Symone. So
Yeah.
I just love the little boxer braids when she was like
Oh, you know, that was cute.
whipping them around.
No, that
So
was cute. But Symone, I was just like, when her earrings fell, I was just like, girl, I need you to staple that shit to your ear. Because nothing should be falling off on stage. But other than that, I was just like, I was really into her. But no, but I mean, yeah, no, but Symone did deserve it. I mean to say Symone. I mean, no, yeah. What's the other one's name?
Olivia Lux.
Oh, Olivia. Yeah, I meant Olivia. Olivia's shit kept falling off.
Mm.
But I think Symone did essentially deserve it. But it would have been nice. I almost wanted him to do a tie.
Right. Well, it's going to be interesting to see because we haven't really seen the other 7 yet. So we kind of have to see how that dynamic works out. So it's way too early to call, you know, anything. But I'm just so intrigued by Symone. I think Tina Burner is going to fight this to the death. You know, I feel like she's going to at least fight her way to the top 3 somehow, some way. Kandy, I feel like might be her own worst enemy. It's either going to work for her or work against her. Olivia is just so charismatic and charming. I could definitely see her in the top 5. And then everybody else going to go home next week.
Yeah,
Lala
Burner.
might be
I see Burner in the top 5.
Lala might be a sleeper though, because you know she's been around the block. So it's like, you
I
know,
don't know.
When you work the same 3 clubs for like 10, 20 years.
I don't necessarily see Lala top 3 though.
Oh, top 5 maybe. So
yeah, maybe top 5.
I think Ru has.
I'm not gonna sleep on her though.
Yeah, Ru has.
I'm not gonna sleep on her, but
for Lala because I think she's like.
I think she will probably do. I think or rather, I could see her doing well on like comedy stuff because I do think she probably is funny and she will probably be able to do that. But like, I don't know. I think they will get like when they have to make something. I see her having a problem.
Yeah. Oh, without question. Oh,
yeah. But her humor is going to save her because she is funny.
She is the definition of off the rack. And when I'm talking off the rack, I mean like Loman's basement fire sale that then went to some other discount retailer that I don't even know the name of in Atlanta.
Right. But keep in mind, we haven't seen the other 7 girls yet, though.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So. All right.
But yeah.
Well,
that was episode 12. I mean, episode 13, season 13, episode 12, episode 2.
I mean, it
so
is good to know that because, you know, with Drag Race Spain and this, that, the other thing going on, I'm like, are we on episode 1036?
Right. That was a good episode too. So I can't wait till 3 to see the other girls and see what they serve for their illusions and their performance.
Yeah. And it's
I like when they do songs though.
It was such a difficult week, you know, overall, you know, politically and in the country. It was nice to have this escapism. So I'm glad the show's on right now.
Yes. But everyone, subscribe down below.
All right. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.